My kids thought my house was too much for me to handle. They started showing me brochures for these fancy retirement communities, thinking it was time for me to downsize. But I had other plans. I'd lived in my home for over 5 decades. There was no way I was leaving, so I got creative. I started researching local zoning laws and discovered I could build additional dwellings on my property. My 2-acre lot suddenly held so much potential. I drew up plans to divide it into 4 smaller plots, each with its own tiny home. My kids were skeptical at first, but I was determined. The law said these auxiliary dwellings were meant for family members. Well, I didn't have any relatives who needed a place to stay, but I knew there were other seniors out there looking for a community, just like me. So I decided to rent out the new homes instead. Before long, I had 3 wonderful neighbors: a retired gardener with a green thumb, a former nurse who still loved taking care of others, and an ex-mechanic who could fix just about anything. We quickly formed our own little village right in my backyard. At first, my children were horrified. They couldn't understand why I'd want to share my property with strangers. But as time went on, they saw how happy and engaged I was. I was surrounded by friends, staying active and completely independent. We created a true community. We have weekly potlucks where the gardener brings fresh vegetables, the nurse checks in on everyone's health, and the mechanic keeps all our cars running smoothly. We look out for each other, share stories, and enjoy each other's company. Now, instead of feeling isolated in a big empty house or stuck in some impersonal retirement facility, I'm part of something special. We've built our own support system, right where we all wanted to be, in our own homes. Those retirement home brochures my kids once pushed on me, they're long gone now. My children see how vibrant and fulfilled I am, surrounded by my new friends. They've realized that sometimes the best way to move forward isn't to leave everything behind, but to build something new right where you are. This experience has taught me that getting older doesn't mean giving up your independence or your dreams. Sometimes it just means finding creative solutions and surrounding yourself with the right people. By thinking outside the box, I've created a life that's even better than I could have imagined.